I'm Meg, and this is my big sister Dor.
When you scratch me like that, it tickles.
And we are using our powers for good. I want to talk about celebrating our strengths.
Mm-hmm.
I had this conversation with one of my dear clients 6 weeks ago, and she was sharing how she was having issues with her husband. And it came full circle with him seeing the most lovely things. And they've been together 40 years. And she was like, why don't you ever tell me that? And he was like, what? And she was like, why don't you celebrate my strengths more often? And he was like, oh, I didn't know I should.
Fair.
Yeah. And so we should do that. And I went home thinking it worked for like 3 days where I was like, Chad, you're such an amazing musician. I'm so thankful to have your music in my life. And he was like, well, thank you. You know?
What are you doing?
Yeah. And then I was like, I think we should speak to our strengths regularly.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? He was like, yeah, he's like, you're an amazing cook.
I like how you
well, because that's how it was kind of like.
Is this what you have in mind?
Yeah. It lasted maybe 4 times, and then we just kind of went back to this. So I'm bringing it up now.
Yeah,
because
it's important.
We need to normalize this.
And that's interesting because I was talking about with kind of like I say a lot. You'll hear me say a lot, and I know I said it at the last episode. You're not going to try something once and nail it, right? You're going to do it 1,000 times. Here's the thing I want to add. Put a note somewhere, put an alarm on your phone.
Yeah.
Put something somewhere that keeps bringing that thing in front of your face. So for me, and sometime we'll do this, we'll walk around my house. I have all these ridiculous little, I say ridiculous because there's a lot of swear words. Like it'll just be a little caption and it says something that really resonates for me, but it reorients me about these things that are important. When the kids were little, I read this article. It was an article. I read an article in a journal, I don't know. And it talked about how for every one thing you say that's negative, you need to say 5 positive things. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But I went the other way with that. It was like, focusing on these are the good things. Thank you for doing this thing, but being really thoughtful that if I was gonna lay something out that was like, hey, that didn't feel good, I don't want you doing that. That I can't then give them 20 other things that didn't work.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting. I still do that with them now, focus on the work and then reorganizing even what you've chosen to say. So instead of, oh, don't do that, don't chew, don't talk with your mouth full. Say, oh, chew with your mouth closed, please.
Yeah.
Right. So some of that even lent me to using more positive language.
Right.
Right. But the difference, and we know this, the difference of saying things that are thoughtful and kind.
Yeah.
Versus just our normal.
Yeah. Yeah. So I celebrate your expansive language.
Oh my gosh.
And your ability to always be boundless. You're always thinking of the best way for everything. It's never these limiting beliefs or this is the way it is, I'm done. You're always like there has to be something higher. There's going to be an answer.
I love that.
That's one of your many superpowers.
Thank you for that. Well, what I love about you is your kindness and your energy is just always love and acceptance and
really?
Oh
my god. But I feel like I'm an asshole a lot.
Oh, I'm not saying you're not an asshole. I love you because you are an asshole.
Right.
I also love you because you're a kind, good person who's an asshole sometimes, right? That's what makes you like amazing. If I meet someone and there's no jackass or jerk or dick or asshole or right?
Right.
That's not real.
That's not real. So we invite you to celebrate your strengths with yourself, also your others, and say them out loud.
Oh my gosh. And then ask the people in your life to say these strengths to you.
Yeah.
Hey, Meg, would you sometimes tell me that I'm awesome?
Sure. Yeah.
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 I think that I like that for all of us. We think that you're awesome.
So we want to hear your strengths.
Yeah. Write them in the comments below.
Yeah. And like, share, and subscribe.
We love you. You're amazing.
Cheers.